Welcome. This is the first session with me, Paul, and René.
Hello, my name is René Vlieger. I'm a 365 consultant, and I have a strong focus on Microsoft Purview, the Defender Suite, productivity, and also governance. Paul.
Thanks. My name is Paul Keizers. I'm a Microsoft MVP. I have a strong focus on Microsoft Teams, SharePoint, and Copilot, and of course the governance around it. So that's where we find each other, René. So
Yep.
let's get into the session. We are going to talk about the basics of René.
Very low basics.
No, it's about Purview. So very nice that you are watching this. René, can you tell me something about Purview, what you see at clients of yours?
Of course. I see a lot of customers struggling with the basics of Purview. Why? Because they have no vision, no focus on data governance. And when I'm talking to customers, I see that they have a license to use Microsoft Purview, but don't know how to start. They see a lot of services. They see DLP, they see information protection, retention, insider risk management, and a lot more. But René, how do we start? Now, I always start with the customer with a conversation. What is your problem?
Exactly.
How do you want to secure your data? What is your dot on the horizon? Now, customer tells me his information and shares it with me, but I always like to see it also from a technical perspective. So I use Compliance Manager to do a technical scan, and I use the information from the customer, and I compare both sides. That gives me valuable insights where the customer, which steps he does, which he can take to continue on his Purview journey. If I have all the insights, then I make a global roadmap for the customer.
Yeah.
And I give him some insights for, hey, when I'm looking at your data, when I'm looking at your environment, maybe it's the best for you to start with information protection or with DLP or retention. It all depends on the maturity of the customer, the maturity of the organization, the maturity of the end user, and which license he has.
That's directly a good one because at what license do we start with Purview?
From my perspective, I always start with an E3 license.
Okay.
And E3 gives you the basics for Microsoft Purview. Now, I always tell a customer, you have an E3, you have an E5. What is the difference? E3 is the basic. Now, it's not automated, a lot of manual labor.
Yeah.
E5 is the magic one. It costs you a lot more, but it gives you a lot of more Purview possibilities and automation possibilities.
So could we say that it also depends on the client, on their budget?
Of course. And also, again, on his maturity, because when a customer starts with his cloud journey, and he just uses M365 in the basics, why should you give him an advice to use a very expensive E5 license when he only uses this little portion of E3?
Absolutely.
So I always tell the customer, start small, gain the most value out of your E3 license. And when you have all the possibilities used in your license model, then you can use an add-on license or you can go to the expensive E5.
Exactly.
But it all has to do with the end user. The end user has to adopt all the new technical capabilities.
And if we're talking about adoption, I think there's also adoption path of Purview that, for example, when I just send credit card information to you, that it's by default blocked or that there's an information label around this.
Yeah, true. And that's why I always start with E3.
Mm-hmm.
So an end user has to manual label something to give him some insights what he is doing. I can give a customer a very valuable E5 license and everything is automated, but you don't help the end user with that. He doesn't know what he's doing.
Exactly. But in some cases, you will need the E5 license due to the strict compliance rules they already have set up. Yeah, that's absolutely true.
But it all depends on the maturity. But you have compliance, you have productivity, you have the security stack. And when a customer has to implement all those nice things, he needs time. And also the organization needs time to adopt it.
And just one thing that comes to mind is when, for example, I start with Copilot. So I have my A3 license. I didn't do my governance yet. So I just start with Copilot. So what would be your one takeaway that you would implement immediately when you would turn on the Copilot license?
I always start with a governance conversation and a governance implementation. It all starts with a solid fundament of the house.
Exactly.
And with a solid fundament, you can build on top of that the security, the compliance, and the productivity layer. So that's my takeaway. Think about all those options. Think about a good guardrail for your organization, for the end user. And there must be a good balance between security and compliance and the productivity for the end user.
Absolutely. I fully agree. And yeah, I think it's really important. What you just stated is to start to have a talk with the company, which is not from the IT perspective, but from the whole company perspective.
Yeah, it's not about the technical part. It's about the functional part. And we as IT people always forget that. Oh, it's so nice, IT, and put all kind of nice stuff on. But what is how does the customer benefits from that?
Absolutely. I fully agree on that.
Ah, lucky.
So I think for this first video, I think it's okay. And I think the next video would be great if we can show people some more things on what they can do. Do you agree on that, or you think we need to have some more info in this video yet?
No, I believe these are some basics, and let's zoom in on the information protection service next time. Yeah. We can show how you can create a label, how you publish it, and what are all the options in creating a label and deploying it.
Fully agree. So let's do that. And yeah, thanks for watching this little video. But I hope it's really, how do you say that? Really informative. If you have to help me there, René. Informative. But I think it's really good. So thanks for watching, and see you next time.
Yeah, thank you for watching. And next time, it's information protection time, guys.
Yep.